Good morning, it's 3:22 a.m. and today is my son's first day back to school. So join me to cook some pork chops for his pork chop and eggs breakfast. We will be making them with peaches and brown sugar glaze over the top. So far I have my pork chops on the grill with some seasonings. I just used some regular pepper, some garlic and onion, black pepper and salt, a tiny bit of garlic parmesan, a tiny bit of garlic salt, a tiny bit of Cajun powder, and some garlic powder. I'm gonna put them on the grill. Then for the glaze, I washed the peach, I sliced them into pieces, and then I put about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar into this. I also put a tablespoon of regular sugar and some peach slices, and now I'm just mashing it together to get the consistency I want. Okay, so I flipped my pork chops and I added some water to them to give them a nice little steam bath so that they can be nice and juicy. I came back over here. I added another tablespoon of brown sugar, and now I'm adding some honey. Okay, now that these are kind of a little bit more cooked, I'm going to drizzle some of my sauce in there. Like I said, when you do the measurements, you just really want to do it to taste. So every step of the way that you check it, I recommend just taking a regular spoon, stirring it around, tasting. It's pretty good. Alright, then we'll take a tiny spoon. We'll bring the bowl over here. And we'll just carefully ladle it over the top so it can kind of cook in its own marinade. Typically I recommend marinating it for like a day, well not a day, like a few hours maybe. But I didn't have this planned because I didn't know that I had the peach. But since I have the peach, now I am going to cook it. You really just want to layer it on there and let them have plenty to soak up the juice. So the greatest part about this mixture is that the peach juices will start to bubble and start to make a stickier type substance, and that's exactly how you want it to glaze. And then you come over here and everything else is mixed together. So we're gonna remake exactly what we just did to have a glaze over the top when it's finished. And when you're done, they should look like this. Then you put them away so they can stay nice and toasty. Then we start a smaller pan. We dipped some slices of the peach in the same mixture that we glazed over the top, except we added a tiny bit of ground cinnamon onto the top of that. And then we put in the pan with a tiny bit of cooking spray so that way it gets a little bit more flavor, and we pan sear it. So you really want your pan to be super hot when you put them on to start with. Sorry. You want it to be hot when you start out, so that way when you pan sear it and you flip it on both sides, it happens to get a nice little golden crisp to it, so that way you can lay them on top of the pork chops when served. And then after you're done, this is what they should look like. Now you have peach glazed pork chops on a nice plate to match with your eggs whenever you get ready for school later on. Hope this video helps add to your list of cuisines that you would like to try. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment below. Like I said, most of the ingredients, I really just wing it. You have to learn to trust your nose. I hope that helps. I hope you have a great day. Bye.